Good morning, y'all. It's Andrea. No, what is normally my standard signature intro. Hi, y'all. Guess who this is? It's Andrea. So, I have my beautiful, lovely birthday outfit on. First, I want to thank you guys so much for your well wishes, your prayers, your insight, and your encouragement. It means a lot to me. I slept much better last night. Of course, I'm still on this recovery journey. Yesterday, I had a little bit of a scare. I guess my blood pressure had dropped, and they were trying to stabilize it. So they gave me a bunch of medication, and it caused me to be very lethargic. I almost felt like I wanted to pass out. And I'm constantly praying, Lord, I don't want to pass out. I want to stay conscious so I know what's going on. I don't want to go into a coma. I want to be aware of my surroundings. And that was my prayer. I had to really advocate for myself because I felt the nurse was not listening to me. And I think she felt I was I was having another active stroke. But I felt it was the medication. So I guess when my blood pressure dropped, they were trying to stabilize it. And the medication was too much for me. And I felt really lethargic, like I really wanted to pass out. Make a long story short, the charge nurse jumped in, and they were able to get it together. But I will tell you, I will continue to advocate for myself until I'm no longer on this bubble, this planet. I thank God for that part of myself. But I had a really good sleep. My blood pressure went up, mostly up. It would fluctuate, but I'm glad they didn't continue to give me more medication. They just kind of rolled it out, which was very helpful. Something as simple as me being able to use a bedside commode meant a lot to me. The nurse I had, she really didn't want me to get up out of my bed because she felt I was a fall risk. And I understand that, but I kind of felt I had the strength to be able to get up on my own because it is hard to try to urinate. I'm just keeping it 100, y'all, in the bed. The bedpan wasn't bad, but it was some other concoction they have now that they were trying to get me to use, and it just was not working. So the charge nurse felt I would be able to transfer to the potty, and I've been able to do that. So it's been working much better. So I've been trying to do some exercise and, things like just raise my arm because my left side is still heavy and not at 100. So my right side has to help the left side. So I've been trying to get my arms up a little better. One of the exercises they gave me is try to get my arms up. Yesterday, when I had the episode, I couldn't even raise my arm. I was reading on the chat box that with the brain, it has many functions. I don't know everything. But one is strength. So I'm able to finally make a fist. I wasn't able to do this yesterday. Make a fist, but touch my fingers and try to raise my arms a little more. I still need a lot of work. But what I noticed is that it's still hard for me to do simple tasks, like just pick something up. So I was reading that the brain has many functions. One is strength, one is control, and the brain tells the body what to do. And I think that part of the brain is going through its recovery, so it's not able to really coordinate me to be able to maybe pick up simple things. So I've been playing around. I had some syrup in front of me, so I'm trying to. I can pick the syrup up no problem with my right side, but my left side I have to place my hand on the object. Hi, Kevin. I just talked to you, son. Thank you so much for being a great son. I love you so much for just showing up for your mother. So I'm doing my video to show people part of my recovery. So I have my hand on some syrup. Thank you for wishing your mom a happy birthday. So I'm going to raise this syrup up. And you see how it's taking time. So simple tasks like that. I have to work with occupational therapy. But at first I was having a hard time just wrapping my fingers around the syrup. So I'm trying to practice on that. And then sometimes when I put it down, it plops down. And then I put it down, and sometimes it's hard for me to remove my hand from the object. But it's getting better. I still can't reach my hair, so I will have to work with occupational therapy because there's certain things I still can't do with my left hand. Of course, you see my right hand, no problem. Left hand, I have to work at it, but this is better than it was yesterday. Let me see if I can take my glasses off. So, if you notice, it's hard for me the brain to coordinate what it wants to do, which is, I'm trying to grab my glasses so I can take them off, but it's hard. So, what I'm going to try to do is maybe lift them up and try to remove it. This was better than yesterday. I'm going to try to see if I can put them back on. And so it takes time. I got them on. And I'm not being funny. I'm showing you guys this because this is part of my recovery. So for some reason, the brain is having a hard time telling the fingers what to do. This hand, no problem. Take them off, put them on. So occupational therapy will help me with that. Because these are things I need to be able to do when I go home. So I have been trying to do my exercise. Hi, cousin Aaron. I see you. Thanks for your well wishes yesterday. And occupational therapy would also help me with the different tasks I had to do. And then, of course, OT helped me with the different tasks, everyday tasks. And speech therapist would help me with my speech, because my speech is very slurred. And these are some of the symptoms from the stroke. But everybody's experience that had a stroke, I hope they don't have to go through this. Recovery is going to be different. I've been very fortunate because mine was very small, but still significant. So I'm recovering. Every day is different. I'm also doing leg exercise, which is really crazy. Is that when I've seen people with stroke, again, everybody's different. One side is completely paralyzed. Or sometimes I see people that can walk, but they have limited function of their upper body. So I think in my case, I'm able to walk, not 100%. Again, right side, no problem. Left side, sometimes I find myself shuffling. So the physical therapist told me yesterday that I need to make sure I pick my feet up. In the hospital I'm in, they'll come every other day. They said that since my blood pressure is stabilizing, I'll be able to move to a different unit, which I'll have a little more freedom. And honestly, I would tell you guys, right now, that I once took for granted, like using the toilet and taking a nice bath or a shower, will be very challenging. But just being able to take myself to the toilet is so rewarding, I tell you. So, I'm doing my part. I thank God for the team. But I think the most scariest part for me is I'm hoping and I'm praying that I don't have another stroke. Because each time you have one, it damages more part of your brain. And this is not me being negative. This is being 100. Especially when I get home and I'm home alone and I have symptoms. So I'm not sure what's going to happen once I get out of the hospital. I know I have to go through rehab, but I'm hoping it's going to be outpatient. But occupational and physical therapy and speech therapists will determine which will be best for me. But I just wanted to show you guys a couple of things that I'm having to work on, and how just a few weeks ago I did it seamlessly, but now I have to really work on it. And I wanted to share my journey because I want to show the recovery that I'm going through and other people have to go through on a daily basis, and how much work it takes, how scary it can be, even when you have the greatest faith. I'm still human, and I love to talk about the human side of everything, because sometimes you hear people so preachy, they're not in touch with everyday life. So, I had a visitor yesterday, my cousin, beautiful. Oh, she was just so pretty. She came. It's amazing what energy people with their energy bring to your environment. and she just had just a peace about her, and she's just beautiful lady, physically, emotionally, and mentally, and spiritually. So I enjoyed her. She brought me a really nice bracelet from the hospital, and that was very, very nice. And she prayed with me. She's a prayer warrior, like you, cousin Aaron. um, so it was nice seeing her, and she smelled so good, and she was just so pretty and sexy looking. I'm like, God, I can't wait till I be able to put on my little cute Barbie doll sexy clothes again, and I won't have to wear my wonderful gown. But you know what? I'm above ground, and I'm happy to be wearing this. I'm happy to be doing the best I can do, because it could be worse. I could be in a coma and not being able to do anything for myself. So I'm grateful to be wearing this gown, and grateful to be talking to you guys. Hi, Jennifer. Thank you so much. I want to say we met. I'm trying to think where I met you at. I can't remember. I think CPR, American Red Cross, I think. But, hi, Paris. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. I got your well wishes, too. You guys have been so wonderful. Oh, my God. So, this is, yeah, this experience. Oh, Richmond, Virginia community. Oh my Lord. Richmond, Virginia Community Brain Injury Service. Right. I was getting services. Guys, this was not my first stroke. Thanks for that reminder, Jennifer. I had an ischemia stroke before. What that is when you have... Good morning, Keisha. Thank you for watching. I just saw something that you posted. Oh, yeah. I think you've been on your job for 30 years. Congratulations. I always admire people that can stay on their job for long periods of time. Hi, Daryl. I see you. Man, you've been a role model. Such a great father. And sorry about the loss of your mother recently. I tell you. You good guy. Good guy. God blessed me with some great people in my life. So I was just sharing my recovery. I'm still in the hospital. I'm on ICU. There may be some movement today for me to go to a different area of the hospital where I have a little more freedom. Thank you. I never thought I would be on a job that long. I'm sure time went by really fast. I think Daryl's another one who was on the job for a long time, in the military, everything. I would tell you I'm one of those non-traditional workers, but it's all good. Us humans come in different forms, and we have to embrace that part of ourselves. But again, I've always admired people that can stay on the job for long periods of time. So again, I was just sharing little tasks I've been working on trying to do. Like something, again, as simple as I had breakfast this morning, and I have no problem with my right side, my left side, my right side hand have to help my left side. Just pick up my hand and put it on the, this is maple syrup, and just to try to lift it up is a little challenging. But I'm getting better, because yesterday I couldn't lift. It was much heavier. So I've been working on trying my strength. Why strength is important right now? Because I want to be able to go home. Hi, Auntie Gloria. I got all your prayers and well wishes. Thank you so much. My Auntie Gloria helped raise me when I was a young girl, babysitting me. Her and her husband, which is my uncle, was a girlfriend and boyfriend years ago in the 60s. And they are been together and they're happily married. I'm sure they have challenges, but thank you, Auntie Gloria. So, just picking up the syrup is task. So my right side has to help the left side. So because this is my second ischemia stroke, it has affected a part of my brain. I forgot what part it is, but it's the part that help coordinate movement. So first I was thinking, I'm like, wow, I'm getting strength in my hand, but the strength has nothing to do with the coordination and picking things up. That's another part of the brain. So I have to learn how to pick things up, which is important. You guys know that's important for daily living. So it's like it doesn't want to coordinate. It's really difficult. The fingers want to do its own thing. Oh, I think the way the chat box explained it is that you have coordination and you have wires and you have strength. So sometimes it's difficult for me to hold on to things or to fully stand on the left side. Right side, no problem. And you know, it's funny because, well, it's not funny, but I have a lot of friends that have mobility issues. And I remember a while ago I met a young lady my age, had a stroke. She used, most of her movement was in her right side. Well, I don't remember what side, but I know one side was paralyzed. I'm not paralyzed. I'm very limited. Fingers to my arms. Hi, Michelle. Good seeing you. Thank you for watching. So I have to work on being able to use my fingers, which is crazy because it seems like the fingers are just as important as the arms. Because, you know, I won't be able to do my hair for a minute. So one of the things I begged my sister to do, I put in a request right away. She said, Andrea, what do you need? I said, whenever you get time, can you retwist my hair? Maybe in about 3 weeks. And she said, yeah. And that's important because I don't have to do anything with my hair. So I'm just trying to focus on the things I can control. And right now, my biggest wish is just to be conscious so that I can continue to care for myself, make sure my rent get paid, and I have the things I need, you know, whether it's a walker or a stroller or bedside commode, whatever I'm going to need to make this transition. So my goal is not to tell you guys what to do and take care of your health, because we all know that. But what I want to mention, that I mentioned yesterday, is that I had these hunches to get certain things in order. And because it's always worked for me all my life, I did those things. And those things will help me when I go home. And I said, again, one thing was to twist my hair. Good thing I twist my hair, because you know what, my hair will probably be all over the place right now. And because I took the time to twist it, I don't have to worry about it for weeks. God knew what was going to come down the pipe. I didn't know that, but I had this hunch. So I twist my hair. That's going to give me time. I don't have to worry about my hair because I need 2 hands for my hair. My other hunch was I get a lot of services. And one of the reasons I get services is because I had a stroke before, like maybe 30 years ago. And it affected some of my cognitive function along with other stuff. So I already had services in place, but it's been in my heart to ask for some additional services. I won't tell you exactly what that service was, but it's perfect for someone that needs someone almost 24/7. So that's in the process of getting done. Hi Kevin, how you doing? Thank you for your well wishes yesterday. I appreciate you. So I got approved for that service, but there's some other processes I need to go through. Again, I had a hunch about 3 months ago to do this. It was just heavy. Honestly, the hunch was heavy about a year ago.